Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. And as you can see, at 233,506 miles, the check engine light is on this 2008 Toyota Tacoma TRD four-wheel drive automatic transmission. So this light has been coming on and off periodically, and I had it reset, and then it came on like a couple of thousand miles down the road. The idle is pretty good in it, so I'm thinking that it's the mass airflow sensor, that it could be covered with a little bit of carbon. I'm not sure if it was ever cleaned before, and so what I'm planning on doing is cleaning the mass airflow sensor and having this check engine light reset, and then seeing if the check engine light comes back on or just stays out until maybe the mass airflow sensor gets dirty again. And I don't know how many miles it takes for the mass airflow sensor to get dirty and to throw a check engine light. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so we're here at the engine. Now this is the intake manifold right here, this whole contraption here. This is the air filter, so the air comes in here and it goes through this before it reaches the throttle body right here, and then the air continues to flow into the cylinders to create proper combustion. So what this does is, this is the mass airflow sensor, the MAF, and what this does is this regulates how much air is coming into the car. So if you're going at high speeds at 90 miles an hour, naturally the air is going to flow a lot faster than if you're going in the city. So that's what this does. This regulates the air fuel mixture in a sense through these wires, and it's like a whole complicated system. But as you look at the screws looks like no one has ever removed this. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get this off, and you need a very thin screwdriver, a very small head screwdriver to get the screw. So this doesn't fit. This doesn't barely even fits. I don't know why they put such small screws on here. Even screws, they should have put like hex nuts, which would have been a lot better than just screws, because you know, if you strip these screws out, you're in a lot of trouble. So let's try, before we take this off, let's try and see if we could break one of these screws free. So that screw is loose. As you can see, that one was loose, and maybe hopefully this one's loose too. Okay, so this job looks like it's been done before, because these screws, whoever put them in, whoever retightened these, just left them tight enough so the job can be done again. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these screws out. You don't want to lose these. Okay, so now we're going to take this off. So here is the mass airflow sensor. So this thing here could be dirty. It doesn't look like there's any carbon on it. So that might not be the problem with the check engine light, but since we have it out, we're going to go ahead and clean it. Could be the throttle body's dirty, so that would be another video to take all that apart and clean the throttle body. So let's go ahead and spray this down and get this all cleaned up. Okay, so what you want to use to clean it is you want to get the CRC QD Electronic cleaner. Now this is the only cleaner you should use, and I bought this in a auto parts store and it was $10, but Walmart sells this for $4.97. So you can go to the auto parts store, go on the internet on your phone, show them the Walmart price, and they will give you that price. They'll match it. That's what they did for me anyway. So I only paid $4.97, but if you walk in the store without asking or trying to figure out how much it is, you're gonna wind up paying 10 bucks. So let's go ahead and get this ready and start spraying. Okay, so I had a hard time getting the screw in, the straw inside, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray it right here, like that. And this is where, and you see that little diode there that sticks out, that's where the air flows through. And it looks pretty clean to me. It looks like there's no carbon on it, but we're gonna go ahead and clean it anyway. And you don't want to use any other cleaner except this this type of cleaner here. And even if you spray it on the engine, it's not gonna hurt anything. It's just gonna dry quickly. Because this part here is $400. It's not cheap. So it doesn't look like it's in bad shape. There's no cracks in it. It's not burnt up. So I'm going to be generous with it. And I think that's enough. You know, because like I said, it doesn't look like it's dirty at all. So you're just going to stick that back in there. Like that. Now it's in. And that's pretty much it. You can see this already all dried up already. It's fast drying. Put the screws back in. I changed the air filter. The air filter's new. Some people leave the engine cover off, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave the engine cover on. Alright, so it's not properly lined up. So my next step is to go back to the auto parts store and have them reset it, and hopefully the light don't come back on. So I'm just going to make this hand tight because just the way I got it. So this has been cleaned before. Yeah, you want to press on the screw so you don't strip it. Just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to get that off. Okay, so I removed the plug, so I'm going to spray the plug because this is for electronics, so it's not going to really hurt this at all. Maybe there's something dirty in that. I'm going to spray in there, let that dry out. And hopefully whatever went in there or is in there got washed out. Like that, that should be good enough. So I'm just going to let it dry. And right here is the throttle body. So in order to get the throttle body, you have to take all this part off, which doesn't seem like an easy job at all. You know, usually the throttle body is right near the airflow sensor, and the oxygen sensor is like right here. But this is the way Toyota set it up. It might be easier than I think. Like, take this off and remove this housing here, and then you can clean in here and use that to spray that, and it should clean it out because all that is a cleaner. Alright, so this looks like it's dry because it's dried here, so I'm just gonna snap that back in. So that's a little loose. Maybe that's why it's not tight enough. It's got to be tight. Maybe there's like air getting in. Oh, that's already. That's it. That might be all right. There's probably no. I don't think there's any air getting in there. So I'm going to start the car up. Okay, so let's start the car up and see what it sounds like. I don't think it's going to sound any different. And I doubt it if the check engine light is going to go out, because you might have to reset it. But I'm going to go ahead and start it up and see what it sounds like. The engine is hot. It does sound good. The oil is clean. It's a new air filter. And I'm not sure why the check engine light is coming on. I changed the spark plugs. I don't think that's why. It could be right in here that the intake manifold needs to be cleaned out, vacuumed, and serviced that way. There might be something else that I'm missing. But that's how you clean the mass airflow sensor in any car. So you simply find this control device that's between your intake manifold and your throttle body here. So this is your intake manifold, this is your mass airflow sensor, and this is your throttle body. And you take that out and clean it out. Every car is definitely going to be different. So the engine sounds good. I mean, this sounds like a brand new engine. So let's shut the car off. Alright guys, so that was the job on how to change the mass airflow sensor, and it's simple, it's very easy. You just have to be careful not to strip anything and not to use the wrong products. This is what everybody recommends, this CRC QD Electronic cleaner, and this is the only brand on the market. I look for other brands and there's nothing out there, but if you want, you can use my link in Amazon and buy this on Amazon and have it shipped to your house. It may be $4.97, it may be $9.99, but Walmart sells this for $4.97, and the automotive box stores sell them for $9.99 and up. So it could be cheaper online, or maybe you could borrow it from a friend, because there's a lot in here. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to use all this, but this is an electronic cleaner, so you can clean your headlight connections, any kind of an electronic connection. This is safe to do that. It won't leave any residue on it. That's why this is what you want to use. So if you use like WD-40 or something like that, that might leave behind some kind of an oily residue. So you do not want to use anything like that. You want to make sure you use this. So you can see, guys, the check engine light is out. So perhaps the work was completed and it was done, by just simply cleaning the mass airflow sensor. So this morning when I came out and started the car around 5 o'clock in the morning, the check engine light was actually on. I went to lunch, the check engine light was on. I came back, I started the car, the check engine light went out. Now that's what was happening after, and it was like periodically coming on and off. I'm not sure if it's gonna stay off, because when I did buy the truck, I didn't have any check engine lights. So now I'm getting check engine lights. I took it to one of the box stores for auto parts, and they did confirm by scanning it that it was a mass airflow sensor. So you can see it's out. I did kind of get some improved, thankful fuel economy. So you could see I went 177 miles on that much fuel from it being full. So guys, we did manage to, at least for now, remedy the problem of the check engine light with just a can of spray that we bought for $4.97. We didn't have to go to the dealer, we didn't have to go to a mechanic. It took what, 20 minutes, if that, taking the cover off. taking out a couple of screws, spraying it down, you know, shooting the video. So it took hardly any time at all to clean that up. But I did notice that when I went to screw down the mass airflow sensor, it is a little loose. So that could be the problem, that it's loose in there, and once in a while something gets in the mass airflow sensor because it is loose, throwing a code or throwing the check engine light. But like I said, I bought this truck with 213,000 miles, and I have 233,000 and change. So 20,000 miles later, the check engine light comes on. So I don't think it was going on then. Thanks for watching the video. If you can, hit the like button and subscribe for the next video. I got a lot of videos coming. Stay tuned. Peace out and God bless.